This is some footage from last week in my training. My training goes pretty much the same. When I'm not ramping up the volume from running, I'm getting in my MET minutes through jump roping or heavy bag training, in this case Muay Thai. And this is something that I picked up in my 20s when I was training BJJ and kickboxing. And so I really enjoy it. I keep the hits per minute way up. So I'm doing a lot of combos, I'm not taking a lot of rest, and I tend to go on like 10-minute sessions. Another day in my workout, this is I believe Wednesday, is my sumo deadlift day. Just a variation of the deadlift that works better for me, keeps my lower back less fatigued so I can get through all my workouts of the week without a problem. I keep the rep ranges between 6 and 10, and the RPE, or rate of perceived exertion, around 7 to 8. That's 3 to 2 reps left in the tank without breaking form. That's how I use RPE. I could certainly grind out a bunch more reps with just ugly form, using every single muscle that I probably shouldn't. But if I do that, I am not going to recover as quickly and be able to hit up my next exercise or workout day. This is another compound movement, but I don't really treat it as a compound movement. I'm not doing a powerlifting style bench press here. This is just really focusing on my triceps and my chest. And I'm really lowering it slow. I'm working in a 10 to 12 rep range. And I'm focusing on the concentric movement and taking a slight pause when I hit my chest, almost as much as I would if I was comp benching in a powerlifting meet. And then when I get to the top, I really squeeze my pec muscles together so I can feel it almost like a chest fly. Then I move on to a complementary leg exercise from the deadlift. So this is gonna hit up my hamstrings, and this is just a leg curl, really great leg curl machine. I'll throw up a video of this leg curl machine. I got it off of Amazon. It's the same exact design as Titan's, but it costs like $150, $200 less than Titan's. And so I really like this. And again, I work slow controlled movements. Then I move on to an arm exercise. Right now I'm focusing on tries, so I only have one bicep exercise during the week. These are 21s, and you can see I go through a full range of motion with a little bit of cheat. I don't really care on the full range of motion if I use a little bit of cheat. But once I hit 7 on a full range of motion, I then move down to a partial range of motion at the lower end. So I'm gonna hit up a partial range of motion at the lower end, and then I will finish off after 7 repetitions. I'll finish off a partial at the upper end of the range of motion. This is my running. I only got 1 session recorded, but my running sessions, I have about 5 per week, 4 in a row, and then 1 long run on the weekend. This is a interval session, so I'm sprinting, I believe, the straights and cooling down on the curves. I didn't really have an interval session planned on my Apple Watch, so I just did this really quickly. It's easy to use a track to sort of get yourself into interval training if you don't want to set up the interval training on your smartwatch. I'm really happy with how running's been able to keep me lean. My physique has looked really good, in my opinion anyway, and I feel really good from incorporating running into my routine. So I hope to continue, because I haven't lost any muscle mass. I am training for a marathon. I have a half marathon scheduled in November, and as long as I take my creatine and keep my workout regimen the same and my eating the same, I don't anticipate losing any muscle. I'm just gaining a whole bunch of aerobic adaptations, which is nice. This hybrid approach has been enjoyable, and I will continue to update with training footage.